Lost in the Shadows, My Journey in the London Subway. Hey everyone, I'm not really good at writing stuff, but I gotta tell you about this messed up thing that happened to me. It's about my girlfriend, Sarah, and how I ended up getting mixed up in something way scarier than I ever imagined. So, here goes. It was a typical rainy night in London, and I was heading home after a long shift at work. Sarah had texted me earlier saying she was hanging out with friends downtown and would meet me at the subway station near our place. I remember feeling kinda excited to see her, you know? But that excitement turned into pure terror real quick. I was walking through the dimly lit subway tunnels, trying to shake off that creepy feeling you get when you're alone in a place like that. Every now and then, I'd hear the distant rumble of a train or the echo of someone's footsteps, but otherwise, it was quiet. Too quiet. Then, out of nowhere, I heard this blood-curdling scream. It sounded like it was coming from somewhere up ahead, and I felt this chill run down my spine. I tried to shake it off, telling myself it was probably just some drunk person messing around. But then I heard it again, closer this time. It was Sarah's voice. I broke into a run, my heart pounding in my chest as I rounded the corner and saw nothing. Just an empty stretch of tunnel, the walls covered in layers of grime and graffiti. I called out for Sarah, my voice echoing off the walls, but there was no response. Panic started to claw its way up my throat as I stumbled forward, searching desperately for any sign of her. That's when I saw it, a smear of blood on the ground, leading off into the darkness. I followed the trail, my mind racing with horrifying possibilities. Maybe Sarah had gotten hurt or worse. I couldn't bear the thought of losing her, not like this. As I rounded another corner, I saw something that made my blood run cold. There, standing in the flickering light of a broken overhead bulb, was a figure. It was tall and shadowy, its features obscured by the darkness. I froze, unable to move as the figure took a step forward, and then another. I could feel my heart hammering in my chest as it got closer and closer, until finally, I could make out its face. It was Sarah's killer. I don't know how I knew, but I did. Maybe it was the way it moved, or the cold, empty look in its eyes. All I knew was that I had to get out of there, and fast. I turned to run, but before I could even take a step, I felt something sharp slice through the air, followed by a searing pain in my chest. I looked down to see a knife buried deep in my side, blood pouring from the wound. I staggered backwards, my vision swimming as I struggled to stay conscious. And then everything went black. I woke up in the hospital hours later, the memory of what had happened still fresh in my mind. They told me I was lucky to be alive, that someone had found me lying unconscious in the subway tunnel and called for help. But I knew the truth. Sarah's killer was still out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike again. And this time, I wouldn't be so lucky. So yeah, that's my story. I don't know if you'll believe me or not, but I had to get it off my chest. Maybe if enough people hear about what happened, someone will finally catch that bastard and put an end to all this madness. Until then, watch your back. And whatever you do, don't go wandering around the London subway at night. Trust me, you'll regret it.